Hello, I am on a walk today and I figured I would take out the camera and make this a video. I think I'm going to show you guys top 3 things that I would do if I only had an afternoon in Seattle. It's about 1 o'clock here in Seattle and like I said, I'm on a walk. I'm actually at the place that I first ever went to when I first got to Seattle without even knowing it. I'm at Pike Place Market. And so that's number 1. There is tons to do at Pike Place Market, but one of my favorite things about this market are all of the fish shops that are here. This one is probably the most well known. It's right at the entrance, Pike Place Fish Company. Pre-COVID, they used to have the fish and seafood out on ice to where if you really wanted to, you could touch it, but they've taken that away since COVID. And one of the cool things is that they throw fish into the audience as a part of entertainment. Pre-COVID. Another thing I think the market is pretty well known for are all the flower shops that are here. There are a couple of different flower shops. Here is another fish market with the fish actually out on ice. Tons of fresh fruit and vegetables. Beautiful art. And then back here is a little bridge that gives you a pretty good view of the water and also a pretty good view of Western Ave. Pike Place Market is home to tons of yummy food to include the Falafel King. The very first ever Starbucks is homed right here at the Pike Place Market. Here's a view inside. I didn't end up going inside because the line was a little too long for me. Washingtonians love their coffee. There's coffee shops in every corner to include down here. And then this is where the gum wall is. This entire area is filled of pieces of gum that people have added. And if you feel so inclined to add to the art, there is a gumball machine down this alley. And so next we are off to number 2, Kerry Park, which is just a short drive away from the Pike Place Market. We're actually in the back of the Pike Place Market right now. We're right next to the original Starbucks. And so I think it's like a 10-minute drive to Kerry Park. And so here we go. It's so pretty. It's a nice day out, even though there's an overcast. The Space Needle did not make it to my top 3 list, but if you're driving from the market to Kerry Park, you might pass it. So while I was driving, it actually started drizzling a little bit, but it looks like it stopped. You can see there in the window. But that usually doesn't stop the people of Seattle, so we're gonna continue going. We're here at Kerry Park. It doesn't look like it's too full, which is a good thing. The cool thing about this park is that when it's a clear day, and today's not a clear day unfortunately, but when it is a clear day, you can see the Space Needle and you can see Mount Rainier just really clearly and pretty. And I think that's the best thing about this park. It's not gonna be the case today, but I will put on the screen a picture that I probably captured, I don't know, a couple of months ago probably, when I came to the park for the first time. It was a clear day, it was beautiful, you could see everything, it was gorgeous. But I'll show you guys the park quickly. Oh, this is also one of the filming locations for like the beginning or the intro of 10 Things I Hate About You, the movie that was shot many years ago when I was young. So yeah, that's another cool thing about this park. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. So out of all of the parks that Washington has to offer, Kerry Park 100% falls on like my top 3, probably my second favorite park here in Washington. The views are amazing, especially when it's a clear day. It's a couple hours later, I went home, I changed into my rain jacket just in case it starts drizzling again, but now I'm down here by the piers and we're about to get onto number 3. So number 3 is getting on the ferry and going to Bainbridge Island. I can kind of cheat and use this as 2 because you have to walk, or you can get on by car, but I haven't gotten on by car yet. You have to walk just the piers to get to the entrance of the ferry. And so you get to see all of the piers and you get to ride the ferry at the same time. So it's kind of like 2 in 1, but I'm gonna count it as 1. And so there's downtown right in back of me. And then this is Pier 57, I think it is. It's Miners Landing, which is where the Ferris wheel is at. So this is, and look at the sky, oh my gosh. I purposely waited a couple hours because I wanted to watch the sunset down here. So here we go, on our way to the ferry. We are on the ferry, and that's the ferry to Bremerton Island, leaving right now. That's where the Navy shipyard is. I have a feeling you guys can't hear me, so we're gonna go inside.
Washington State Ferry. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your trip.
One of the cool things that I didn't necessarily know when I first took the ferry is that you can actually drive onto the ferry, and before COVID you can get out of your car and like come up to the galley, and you know there's also a coffee shop in here that you can get coffee, or just want to, like, I don't know, see the scenery or whatever, you can get out of your car and do that. But since COVID, I think they are saying no, you can't do that anymore. So that's why I opted not to bring the car and to walk, also so that we could see some pretty views on our way here while we were walking. Quick ferry tour. Over here is where the restaurant or galley or cafeteria area would be, or is. It's closed off right now due to COVID, but this is where the area is. Usually those doors would be open if it were open. Down here is where the car deck is. These are the stairs you would take to come up to the main area of the ferry. I ran into someone going into the deck. But down here is where all of the cars would be. You can see a couple of them down there. But yeah. And then I came outside to show you guys where the cars would be if you were standing on the ferry, on the main side of the ferry. There's all the cars. By far, my favorite part is the view from the ferry. The ride is about 30 to 40 minutes. They used to offer like games, board games and stuff here on when you were on deck, I guess, but that's no longer a thing, so no board games. You can bring your own, I guess, if you wanted to, but yeah. So I'm gonna enjoy the ride, get my mask back on. I'm not quite sure why I didn't anticipate it being dark when I got here, but it's dark. I just got off of the ferry. There's a terminal in back of me. I think this is also like where the buses stop here. There's all the cars getting off of the ferry. Anyways, the ice cream shop that I'm going to, which is one of the things that I found when I first got here, is about a 15-minute walk. So we're gonna walk. The cool thing about Bainbridge is that just like on mainland, I guess, there's tons of parks here too. I haven't really walked many of them, but I see them on TikTok all the time and they seem pretty cool. It's on my list of things to do. But since the sun has set, I'm gonna try to play it safe, get ice cream, and get back on the ferry to get back home as soon as I can. So, here we go. So we made it to Mora. This is like, I keep saying my favorite, but this is definitely one of my top favorite ice cream places here in Seattle. Well, near Seattle. I feel like just Seattle, all the ice cream that I've had so far near Seattle has been so good. And this 100% goes along with that. I came specifically for this rose ice cream. People are having fun. I came specifically for this rose ice cream that I had this time last year, but they are out. So instead I got strawberry sorbet and a white chocolate. So I think that's where I'm gonna end this video. One last thing that I wanted to mention about the ferry is that there's only a fare to come to Bainbridge, but to go back to Seattle, there's no fare. So it's a total of $9.50 for both trips. And so if you have the time, 100% coming to Bainbridge, I feel like is a no-brainer if you have the time. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna enjoy my ice cream. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be kind and continue to occupy your space. And I will see you guys soon.